Hello, my name is Melissa Levis. This is my campaign president, Jetson, and I am thrilled to be running for the Manchester Select Board. I moved to Manchester in 1972 when my parents bought a second home in Manchester so we could ski at Stratton. And when I was 6, we moved here full time. I started second grade at MEMS and absolutely loved growing up in Manchester and enjoying it as a child. Then I left to go to boarding school and moved to New York City, where I really believed the whole point of life was to smart in a small town and end up in the big city. And it wasn't until my son was 10 and he told me he wanted to spend more time in Vermont that I paused in my tracks and changed my whole life purpose and moved home back to Vermont. I have been the family innkeeper at the Wilburton Inn for the past 5 years. And I am running for the Select Board because I care deeply about our town. My family has owned a small family business at the Wilburton Inn for the past 31 years. My brother Oliver turned our childhood home into Earth Sky Time Farm. Jetson brings me to the rec park frequently, and I absolutely care about nurturing, protecting, and enhancing our Manchester community. I care about funding things that matter to the townspeople and that help bring vitality, but still enhance the authenticity and charm of this wonderful, wonderful town. I'm running for the Select Board of Manchester because I care deeply about our town. I have experienced Manchester at so many different levels, as a child, as an adult, as a vacationer, as a business owner, as somebody who has 22 plots in Delwood and will spend the rest of my eternity in Manchester. I bring to you not only my big city smarts and my Ivy League degree and my songs that I promised to write for the town of Manchester and my beautiful dog Jetson. I bring to you my genuine commitment and my genuine belief in Manchester, Vermont. Every time I promote the Wilburton Inn, I am promoting the community of Manchester. Every time I tell somebody who comes to the inn as a guest and I tell them how much I love it here, I'm hoping they'll buy a second home here so they can join and drink the Kool-Aid of this beautiful, beautiful town. I am so proud to live in Manchester. I love the fact that we have such an arts and cultural identity. I love the fact that we still have working farms. I love the fact that we have such beautiful architecture and the longest marble sidewalks in the Guinness Book of World Records. I love the people of Manchester. I love the crusty Vermonters who have been here for generations. I love the new people who choose to raise their young families here because it's a better way of life. Do I know how to balance a budget? Sure, I've done that for many of my small businesses as a songwriter. Do I know how to listen at town meetings and be a good and fair and impartial person? Sure, because I've been a mother. But really, why you should vote for me is I bring enthusiasm, I bring heart, I bring passion for our town, for the people who live here, for the people who make Manchester such a vibrant and wonderful town where I'm so proud to live. People ask me, are you a New Yorker or are you a Vermonter? And I always say, I'm a Vermonter. And I only recently have become a full-time Vermonter again because, as I said, after I went to college, I thought the world was about the city, and so I wanted to make it in Manhattan. And as a songwriter, I've had much success as a children's performer for thousands of kids. My career as a children's performer actually began right here at GNAT when I sang as the music teacher at the Northshire Day School. And we launched Moe's Music Party here in the summer of 2005. But I came back in 2013. And at the Wilburton Inn, I've gotten to host so many environmental groups and political groups and family groups, business groups, and it just reminds me of how wonderful, how very unique and very wonderful Manchester is. And now that I'm a full-time citizen of Vermont and Manchester, I'm all in. And I'm not spelling it with 2 N's. I am all in for Manchester. And Jetson is the heart of the Wilburton Inn, and I like to think that I could bring heart to the Manchester Select Board. And I really truly am engaged with many different aspects of town. I care a lot about the environment, and I'm very much in favor of a ban on single-use plastics. I'm very much in favor of things that help children, so we can try to get kids and young families to move to Manchester. I want to find ways that we can help keep businesses staying in Manchester and people affording to live in Manchester. And I just think this is such a well-balanced community. And my position representing the tourism industry with hospitality, representing the arts with my father's Museum of the Creative Process, representing farmers with my brother at Earth Sky Time Farm, I feel that I'm engaged with the constituents of Manchester at many different levels. And I bring my appreciation of this town to you and to the people of Manchester, and I will advocate for you. And I would be honored and thrilled to spend Tuesday nights for the next 3 years talking to the people of Manchester and trying to help make this an even better community for the future. Thank you.